Hello and welcome. If this is your first time attending or coming to our UpBrainery webinar, welcome. And if you're coming back, I want to welcome you again. Again, my name is Randy and I am the Business Development Executive for UpBrainery. I'll give us a brief insight before we get started. We are a CTE, Career Exploration Curriculum for grades K through 12 in conjunction with digital internships. And if this is your first time, then some of the information that we may be discussing may be new and you may, not have much familiarity with it. However, you can always go back and check our previous webinars to get more insight and detail and in-depth detail about who we are and what we have to offer. Or you can email me at r.reed@upbrainery.com. Either or are totally fine if you want to inquire about more information. This week's webinar, we will be discussing Transformative Impacts, the top 5 benefits of EdTech platforms. And with those top 5 benefits, UpBrainery covers all of them. So again, we can be your one-stop shop for an EdTech platform. The top 5 benefits that we will discuss and that are discussed as the top 5 benefits are flexibility, learning on the go. UpBrainery does that. Professional development. UpBrainery does that as well. Inclusivity and accessibility. UpBrainery does that. Personalized learning. UpBrainery does that. As well as your affordability to have coaches and tutors 24 hours a day. UpBrainery does that as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and take a dive into it and show you exactly how UpBrainery can meet the top 5 benefits of a EdTech platform. The first we're going to look at is flexibility. You can take this on the go. This is our student dashboard. Once they log in, they have their information. Again, we talk about the Rising assessment. We make sure students go in and they are able to ask questions or answer questions. It's a 60-question assessment on so that we can truly get a deep dive of what their interests are and how they can navigate through, beginning at career exploration all the way to CTE pathways. So, how do we create that flexibility? As long as you have internet, you can take UpBrainery anywhere you want to go. So let's say you're a homebound student. Let's say you're a homeschool student, or if you're a virtual student, or if you're in your traditional brick and mortar setting. UpBrainery can be fit and can match to all of that. The next thing we're going to talk about is inclusivity and accessibility. We understand that UpBrainery is not an education is not a one-size-fits-all approach. Every student learns differently, and we understand that, and we appreciate that. So we want to make sure that students, once they go ahead and they get their information, how do our tutors and how do our 24-hour coaches are able to coach them and allow them to understand the information to be able to close that gap. Students would go to view profile, and then we would want students to go ahead and garner what their interests are. So this is how we get that inclusivity and accessibility as well as that flexibility on the go. So if students had goals or interests, they would click there and put that information in there. So if we click on edit, and as it loads, we'll drop down. Students can put what their goals are. What do they want to do? Do they want to build digital literacy? Do they want to develop leadership skills? Do they want to develop writing skills, enhance communication skills, improve reading skills, read at least 10 books a day? Our coaches will push that through them as well. What are their interests? This is how our coaches specifically get down to closing that gap, specifically with that individualized, customized, personalized learning. Airplanes, art and creativity. Whatever the student likes, that student will be able to click on there, and that's how their mini lesson session will be formed. Okay? So we have that point where we talked about inclusivity and personalized learning. We also looked at flexibility and on the go. We looked at that as well. Now I'm going to hop into a course specifically so that we can see our personalized 24-hour coaches. Let's click on this. So a student would have now logged into their course, they would click launch. And again, if any of this information seems a little foreign or you're not familiar with it, as I stated at the beginning of the webinar, you can always go back and look at our previous ones where I gave in-depth detail about how to navigate through our platform, or you can schedule a demo. And as I state on each and every webinar, demos are absolutely no cost to the client. You schedule it, you see exactly what we offer and how we truly can be an asset to your district. And then from there, we begin the steps and you can really immerse yourself in our curriculum. So this is our student smart desk. Let's say a student hops on, they're going through engagement learning, and if we sit dormant between 15 to 45 seconds, our coach will pop up. So as we're going through that, the student is sitting dormant, they're not moving their mouse, they're waiting, and then our coach will pop up. So I will wait for our coach to pop up, and then that's where we can look at our one-to-one teaching and tutoring from our coaches aspect. So with that being said, I know that we're discussing the top 5, and I've showed you flexibility, inclusivity, personalized learning, and here is our one-to-one learning coach. So if that student is sitting dormant, and again, because this is a demo session, do not worry. It does seem like a lot, but when a student personally receives that information, we make sure that we chunk that information so that student can be able to obtain and internalize the information that is given. So now you've had an insight to our one-to-one, as well as our flexibility, our learning on the go, our inclusivity, our personalized learning. The last thing is professional development. So what we're going to do, we're now going to navigate to professional development. And again, UpBrainery, we offer that as well. And if you're a Texas teacher, we are approved by TEA, so you can get CPU hours as well. Let's go ahead and click on one of them as well. Our platform looks exactly as the learning platform for students as well. So this is one of the courses that we offer. And as you can see, it's CPE. You'll be able to attain 5 credit hours, and you'd be able to navigate through that as well. Click on that also. Hit launch, and then you would be able to navigate through here, receive the information, professionally develop yourself even more, empowering yourself so that you can empower students, so that students can empower their future. And you have all the resources as well. So if you would get stuck, our one-to-one coach will pop up and be able to help you as well. So again, what the top 5 benefits of a educational platform are flexibility and learning on the go, which UpBrainery does. Professional development, again, which is, if you can see where we're sitting at here, on here, you can see our professional development courses. As well as inclusivity, we talked about that and discussed that. Personalized learning, we went through that. And then you also were able to get some in-depth insight to our one-to-one coaches as well. Again, UpBrainery is a remarkable CTE career exploration curriculum for grades K through 12 in conjunction with digital internships, as well as professional development for our educators as well. We look at the whole totality of the educational system. We like to make sure that we're empowering teachers, students, and students for their future. Again, if you have any questions about any of the information that was received during this webinar, you can always go to our website, request a demo, or you can email me at r.reed@upbrainery.com. I hope that this webinar was impactful, insightful, and really got you eager to know more about UpBrainery and how we can truly be an asset for your district. I had a great time sharing this information about who we are, what we have to offer, and I look forward with connecting with each and every single one of you soon. Thank you.